మనకి సాక్షి స్టూడియోలో డాక్టర్ మహేష్ ఉన్నారు, సీనియర్ కాంగ్రెస్ నేత. అలాగే రఘురామ్ గారు బీజేపీ ప్రతినిధిగా జూమ్లో అందుబాటులో ఉన్నారు. అందుకంటే ముందు భూపేంద్ర చౌబే గారితో మాట్లాడదాం. సీనియర్ జర్నలిస్ట్, సీనియర్ ఎడిటర్. లెట్స్ టాక్ విత్ హిమ్. Sir, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good, sir. Good. Now, how you read this, 5 state results, sir, from national perspective to start with?
Well, huge result, huge day. You look at the three critical Hindi heartland states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, going to the BJP, and in the manner in which they have gone to the BJP. You look at the difference in the vote shares between the BJP and the Congress, and then you compare it with the Congress's victory in your part of the country, in Telangana. What to me becomes very clear is that you're now looking at two poles of Indian politics. You have the BJP, which is a principal pole in the Hindi heartland, in the northern parts of the country. The Congress, post Karnataka and Telangana, with an alliance in place, say with the DMK, with potential friendliness, which sometimes become like a frenemy kind of relationship in Kerala, you're only left with Jagan Mohan Reddy, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah.
I think the Congress now needs to look at its political moorings more from a South Indian lens. Yes, they are in power in Himachal Pradesh, but to be losing Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh both is a huge dent in any hope that the Congress may have had of pulling this one across Narendra Modi in 2024.
Yeah, so how do you say this? Congress is losing the ground when it comes to the northern part of India? Or it is gaining? Or is it going to be a South Indian party henceforth?
I think, to me, what is very clear, the big headline, if you ask me, is this, that the Congress has lost its sort of political prominence in northern parts of the country. It is clearly not the principal pole. I think the ability of the Congress to try and challenge those who were beginning to make life very difficult for the Congress party in northern parts is not there. Look at Chhattisgarh, for instance. Look at Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. In the 2018 assembly elections, in large parts, the tribal population in these two states had moved towards the Congress party. If you look at the election manifesto of the Congress for the state of Chhattisgarh, there is absolutely no difference between what the Congress is saying and what the BJP is saying. Whether it's a committed MSP for paddy farmers, it's a committed money to be given to landowners, to farmers. There was no difference. Yet you see that when the offering is the same, poorer people in the Hindi heartland increasingly now are moving towards the BJP, not to the Congress. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have tried their best to level personal campaigns against the Prime Minister. This time around, it was about Gautam Adani and Narendra Modi. Nothing has worked. In 2018, it was Chaukidar Chor Hai because of the Rafale deal. What happened in 2019? We saw that the BJP came up with 300 plus seats. 2023, I think the story is absolutely similar. If anything, the Congress has lost more ground in the Hindi heartland. Make no mistake about it. I think Madhya Pradesh now is the next Gujarat in making as far as the BJP is concerned. For 20 years, the BJP has been in power in Gujarat, in Madhya Pradesh now. And look at the gap between the BJP and Congress. Barring a short spell of Kamal Nath, a 10% gap in a state which has been ruled by one party for 20 years. I think it's massive. It's a massive blow to the Congress's desire, its potential, its hope that it could find its moorings, it could find a base for itself in the Hindi heartland. Not happening. It needs to look towards south of India to find some new political playbook for itself.
Yeah, what must have gone wrong in Madhya Pradesh? Because, it's been a long time that, BJP is there in that state. Kamal Nath, of course, as you said, that, 10% gap, it is not really small. What went wrong for Congress?
I think first and foremost, the difference in what Kamal Nath was bringing on the table and the strategy which was adopted by the BJP. This is the first election, mind you, where the Prime Minister had basically taken it upon himself. In Rajasthan, Vasudha Raje is a former Chief Minister, but there was no declared Chief Ministerial candidate. And tongues were wagging whether times was up for Vasudha Raje. Shivraj Singh Chauhan is an incumbent Chief Minister. The BJP made it clear that, that question will be settled post-elections. So Narendra Modi, first and foremost, threw his own hat in the ring. The Congress tried its level best to convert this into a local election, but Kamal Nath, I think, made one mistake. The distribution of seats, the distribution of tickets, lack of coordination between Kamal Nath and central leadership, from Randeep Singh Surjewala to Ajay Makan to Pawan Khera to Gurdeep Sappal, a whole host of central leaders were sent to work in tandem with Kamal Nath. But I was told by very senior leaders of the Congress party that Kamal Nath had gone into a sulk midway through the campaign. He was not in the mood. From Sunil Konaguru, the key election strategist, he was not in the mood to listen to these people. And I think the Congress party has paid a heavy price. Clearly, if the tribal population in Chhattisgarh, as well as in Madhya Pradesh, has moved so decisively away from the Congress towards the BJP, how was it the Congress did not know this? How was it the Congress could not factor this in? To my mind, one of the principal reasons why the Congress has lost so significantly in the state of Madhya Pradesh is the decisive shift of tribal vote. Is it just because Draupadi Murmu, tribal, has become the president of the country? Is it just that there have been a whole host of scholarship schemes which have been declared by the BJP? These may be in parts. They may be the principal reasons. But the macro picture, specifically, the Congress was just out of breath. The Congress did not run a successful campaign. And what we were hearing in hushed tones and whispers has come up before us on this counting day in such a big way.
Right. As you say that, politics is like really a dynamic thing. Can you say that this reflects in the coming elections in 2024? Or you just need to see this separate?
No, I think let's be very clear. And that's why I was giving you the reference of 2018. In 2018, the Congress actually won Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. And then the BJP pulled it across in 2019. 2023, you look at UP, which is a Yogi bastion. You now look at Madhya Pradesh, which is a Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Modi bastion. You look at Rajasthan, you look at Chhattisgarh, you're basically talking about 150 Lok Sabha seats, 150 parliamentary seats where the BJP now is directly in play. When your starting point is 150 and you got to get up to 272, add 25 seats of Gujarat, which is again a Narendra Modi bastion, how is the opposition really going to mount any challenge? I think this is also the end of the India alliance. If the Congress would have done well in these states, then I think at least the question of who will be the opposition would have been settled. With this kind of a result, the writing is clearly on the wall. Get ready for another mammoth victory of Narendra Modi in 2024.
Okay, so we remember that word, sir. Okay, so when you say Rajasthan, we can understand that. There is a rift going between Pilot and the current Chief Minister Gehlot. Where it comes to Madhya Pradesh, yes, of course, as you said, it can be the Chauhan magic. But what about Chhattisgarh? Chhattisgarh is like everybody said Congress is going to form the government. What went wrong in there?
I think Chhattisgarh has been the real shocker for the Congress because of all the states, the one state which the Congress leadership was absolutely confident about. In fact, late last night, the word that we were getting from Mallikarjun Kharge's office was that the one state which the Congress president was absolutely confident about was the state of Chhattisgarh. In fact, they were hoping that they will get up to 55 to 60 seats. But that tribal vote, if you break down the state of Chhattisgarh into communities, into scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and you look at the number of seats which have switched sides from the Congress to the BJP, you will see that you've gone back to where you were in 2012, when Raman Singh was the chief minister. Why could this have happened? One, trust factor. Narendra Modi began this election campaign by saying that these are the 5 guarantees that I give to the poor people of this country. Through the campaign, he said that I don't believe in caste, I believe in dealing with poverty of the people. He said poor, poverty, farmers, these are the castes that I relate to. I think somewhere the caste census, which Rahul Gandhi aggressively spoke about, also gave this impression that maybe the Congress was trying to look for very specific communities to come to its fold. Chhattisgarh is not a very developed society. It's not a very rich society. There was no difference between the commitments which were being made. Paddy farmers and paddy farming is the most important thing. Both the Congress and BJP were giving equal subsidies, equal stops to the people of the country, of the state. I think somewhere the Mahadev app scam, in which the chief minister's name directly was linked, the enforcement directorate's moves of pushing Bhupesh Baghel as a potentially corrupt leader, I think all that also has had an impact. But principally, if you ask me, the poorer people, the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the state of Chhattisgarh have moved away from the Congress to the BJP. Why? I think principally because of Narendra Modi. There is a trust factor that Modi has. And if the offering is the same and the trust is more in one leader, which is the Prime Minister, obviously the person who will be the biggest beneficiary will be the BJP.
Yeah, that as we say that, the national perspective that they see that in Modi's face. But when it comes to the states, it's entirely different. That's what they say. But in Karnataka, the same thing happened, whatever you just said that now. The 36% of the vote, whatever the BJP retained in Karnataka, it is not just the urban share, but also the rural part. And Chhattisgarh, like you said just now, and also in Telangana, if you go to region-wise, Adilabad is one of the area where this Adivasis prominently exists. They are also backing BJP here. So can we just say that, this is going to happen in 2024 again?
I think what is, principally what has happened, you look at 2014 when Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister, look at 2017 UP Assembly elections, 2022 UP Assembly elections. We all saw that the conventional caste arithmetic, the conventional crucible of politically significant castes, all that changed. And there was a non-Yadav OBC bloc, for instance, in UP that was created along with Bihar, that was created in favor of the BJP. Those communities which are voting overwhelmingly for Akhilesh Yadav, for the Samajwadi Party, even sections of the Jata vote, the core Dalit vote, which used to vote in favor of Mayawati, there was a lot of dent in that. I think this election has shown us that there is the assiduous attempt which was made by Narendra Modi and Amit Shah to convert tribals of the country into a separate vote base. I think you're seeing the first fruits of that. Now you compare it to Draupadi Murmu becoming the president of the country. You compare it with a whole host of scholarship schemes which have been announced for the tribal community. I think the biggest takeaway today is that from the northeastern parts of the country to the southern parts of the country to the Hindi heartland, including the states which have gone to counting today, it's the tribal vote which is now consolidating around the BJP. So first you had the backward vote, you had the Dalit vote which consolidated in parts, you had sections of the OBC vote which consolidated in parts. Now you have the tribal vote also which is consolidating itself in parts, which is why I'm saying get ready in 2024 to welcome another round of Narendra Modi.
All right. Thank you, sir. So we need to wait until 24. So let's see that whatever you said will come to the reality. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bhupendra, joining for us in this busy schedule. Thank you once again. Let us go for a very short commercial break. Updates will continue. Telangana lo ఏ నియోజకవర్గాల్లో కాంగ్రెస్ ముందంజలో ఉంది, అలాగే విజయాలు సాధిస్తోంది. ప్రస్తుతం లీడింగ్ లో 52, ఆల్రెడీ 15 విన్ అయిన నేపథ్యం మనం చూస్తున్నాం. దట్ మేక్స్ 67. సో 70కి దగ్గరగా వెళ్తుందా? మరోవైపు బీఆర్ఎస్ 33లో ప్రస్తుతం లీడింగ్లో ఉంటే 4 ఆల్రెడీ గెలిచింది. సో 37, 40 టచ్ అవుతుందా లేదా అనేది కూడా ప్రధానంగా కనిపిస్తోంది. మరోవైపు కాంగ్రెస్ శిబిరాల్లో సంబరాలు మిన్నంటుతున్నాయి. మరోవైపు డీజీపీ అంజనీ కుమార్ డైరెక్ట్గా వెళ్ళి రేవంత్ రెడ్డిని కలిశారు. భద్రతను కూడా పెంచిన నేపథ్యం కూడా మనం చూస్తున్నాం. ఆయన గాంధీ భవన్కి వెళ్లే దారిలో ఉన్నారు. మరి కాసేపట్లో మీడియాతో కూడా మాట్లాడే అవకాశం ఉన్నట్టుగా కనిపిస్తోంది.